As I always like to show folks, this is a safe and empty weapon. We do not have any ammunition for this weapon out here in our workspace. Hey there folks, how you doing today? Hope all is going well with you. Please bear with any background noise that you may hear. There's traffic out there. It's getting to be rush hour, and it's a noisy neighborhood, folks, so we'll bear with that. It's hot. I'm sweating like crazy. I just got in from being out on the range. More on that here in just a few minutes. What we're talking about here today, folks, Mossberg Maverick 88. This one belongs to a colleague of mine. He asked me if I wanted to borrow it to do a video with. He recently acquired it, was pretty excited with it. Functions really well for him, and he asked me to take it and play with it for you guys, and so I did that. We did some really cool work with it out on the range next door with the Aguila Minishells earlier today. We had a good time out there with those. It worked really, really well. Once I get back to the house, I will edit in some footage of that. The sound quality is probably off because I didn't have a microphone with me, but hopefully you'll be able to enjoy that. Long story short, this shotgun with the Opsol MiniClip holds 12+1 rounds of the 12 gauge mini shells. Real light recoiling, extremely accurate, they're powerful, and just a blast to shoot. I wanted to kind of give you a basic rundown of the Maverick 88 shotgun. Understanding most of you guys know exactly what this is. There are probably a few of you out there that are new to gun ownership that might not know exactly what a gem this little shotgun is. So let me give you the Reader's Digest condensed version. Concerning Mossberg and their 12 gauge pump action shotguns, they have on the low end of the spectrum the Maverick 88, which is this one right here, made in Eagle Pass, Texas. I used to live right next door to there. Moving up from there, they have the Mossberg 500 series shotguns. I have a couple of those. We've done videos on them before. I'll post a link up here if you'd like to see that. And then moving up from there, they have their 590 series, or their more professional grade shotguns. Significant differences between the different types. Let's see, the Maverick 88 as well as the Model 500s have anodized aluminum receivers. The 590s have steel receivers. They are considerably heavier. They're also heavier. The Maverick 88 has a crossbolt safety. The Model 500, I'll superimpose an image for you, has a tang safety up here, so it's more ambidextrous. I see no other benefit to the tang safety over the crossbolt safety. Otherwise, the controls are nearly identical. This shotgun is, I believe they call it a Persuader. It is a 20-inch, kind of like a home defense shotgun. It's got a 7+1 with 2 3/4 inch shells capacity, and it's also rated for 3-inch shells. This one has plastic dark earth furniture. It swings really easy. So this is just a really nice, really fun little shotgun. And the best part about them is, you know, the Build Back Better price on them, I think, is somewhere around $250 out the door. But back a couple of years ago, man, you could get one of these things for 180 bucks. And oftentimes they even come with a pistol grip included with the package, which is kind of a vestigial appendage. But enough of hearing me talk. Let's get over to the range so you can see the fun that we had. And this is really the coolest feature of this shotgun. Are you ready? Pay close attention. Did you see that, folks? I just cycled 13 rounds of Aguila Minishells through this shotgun. It is equipped at the moment with an Opsol MiniClip, but I just wanted you to see how quickly and smoothly this shotgun would function with those Minishells. We're going to put them back in it right now and take it over there and shoot them so you can see how they work in real time. All right, this is truly my favorite feature of this shotgun. With the Opsol MiniClip installed, we can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 rounds of Aguila Minishells inside the shotgun. All right. I'm going to put the first round on that dirty bird target so we can see what kind of pattern we get. The rest of them are going to go on that red steel popper. Gets hot after you do that a time or two. While I had a blast shooting it, Junior had a good time with it also. Are you ready? So now we're back over here to the shop, and I was getting ready to clean this up to take it back to my buddy. But I noticed that the finish, the parkerization on the barrel and the magazine tube is starting to wear down pretty good. And one thing that I do know about these Mossberg shotguns across the board, unless you have Cerakoted metal, they are very prone to flash rust. And in this environment, Gulf Coast of Texas, man, they will rust up in no time. So while I have this here as a way of saying thanks to my buddy for letting me borrow it for this video, we're going to do something a little special with the finish of this shotgun. Now, the parts in particular that need this treatment are the barrel and the magazine tube. I'll get up here in a second and show you exactly what I'm talking about. The receiver, being anodized aluminum, really doesn't need anything because it's not prone to rust like the steel parts of the weapon. I'll show this to you without the glare interfering too much. The receiver of the shotgun is made out of aluminum. It's got an anodized finish that is kind of a matte black, and it does not match at all with the finish on either the magazine tube or the barrel, which are both steel and both have some type of parkerizing or blued finish. All right, so I've got the shotgun disassembled now, and I'm going to take a minute to clean up and degrease the metal parts and prep them for the paint bag. We're going to hit them with a Duracoat finish, which should supply many years of durable weather resistance to this shotgun. All we're doing here really is just etching the finish of the magazine tube. This is 1000 grit sandpaper. I also removed the brass bead from the front of the barrel so that we wouldn't paint it. Alright, so now that we've got the parts all scuffed up with sandpaper, we're going to misappropriate some non-chlorinated brake parts cleaner, and we're going to completely spray down and degrease the parts, and we got to hang them up to dry at that point. I'm going to step outside and do that real quick. I recommend at this point that you wear gloves so that you don't get oil from your hands all over your clean parts. Also, this stuff is probably bad for you. Alright, so now that we've got the parts all sprayed down with the brake parts cleaner, I'm going to get a little lacquer thinner on a paper towel and give these the once over one more time just to remove any excess residue. This clean strip lacquer thinner is the product in question. Now, while it wasn't immediately evident earlier, if you look there, you see a ton of rust coming off of this metal. Turn my paper towel inside out there so that we can work the opposite side of it. And we'll also apply that to our little slide rails here. Alright, so we'll get that zip tied on there so that it'll hang straight. Get our barrel hung on right over here. So we've got our parts cleaned and prepped now. We got to mix up some 2-part Duracoat epoxy finish, and we're going to give them a quick spray down and hurry up and wait. Show you a real pro tech tip here. I have poked little holes in a piece of plastic with the slide rails here so that I can clean them up with minimal overspray. We'll still have to take it off and check them afterwards, but it should help.
Four to 6 days later.
Alright, so a few days have passed now since we finished the Duracoat process on the Maverick 88, and I took advantage of a nice sunny morning today to hang them outside to allow the curing process to accelerate a little bit before we reassembled the gun. I can tell you my experience with Duracoat in the past has been as follows. The longer you can allow it to cure before you go handling the parts, the better your chances for success are. That being said, I try to go with the rule of thumb of giving it a few days before handling and then at least a month before use in order to allow that finish to achieve its maximum potential. But we have these finished here now, and I'll hold them up and let you take a look at that. They turned out really nice. So I'm going to take a few minutes to throw this thing back together and get it ready to return to its owner. I had reassembled the receiver minus the tubes just so we didn't lose any parts. Alright, so it passed the function check, so now we'll get a couple of good pictures of it and get it passed back on over to who it belongs to. Can you see me good? Good thing for video editing, huh?